which is like it's traveling, so it's like kind of like I'm not really staying in one place for too long, and then it's going to the doctors and then talking to my doctors. And my doctor is really nice and a really cool person and makes me feel safe. So, like, I don't really have any anxiety staying in one place there. Um, and then I leave and then I go to the bus. I usually don't like go anywhere else. The only time is the first time um, I got my prescription. Um, I didn't want to wait, and my doctor told me that my prescription was ready at the pharmacy that I chose, like just right then and there. I guess they just I don't know. I guess they just had HRT on stock. um, so then I like immediately took the bus there. 'Cause it's like, why not? I'm already out and about in town. But other than that, I just go there and then go home. You know, especially because it's like it's on the other side of town, so it it's if like 1 or 2 hours of my day. Um, so I don't really have the energy like to to do anything else usually. And then the other thing would be to going to the dispensary. Um, and like I do that every once in a while. Um, just like I would just take the bus there, and I would do an online order, so I never had to spend too long there. And I've been going to this dispensary for a few years now, and it's really nice. I like the vibe. It's like it's like it's not like the dude broy weed culture kind of thing, you know? But it also it's like it doesn't take itself too seriously because it is like a dispensary, you know? But it's also like a casual professional, yeah. Um, and the staff there is really nice. Um, I I remember one time I was this was like when I first started going to the dispensary. I didn't realize how the taxes work because the taxes are insane. Because there's like normal tax and then like state tax and like county tax, and they're like extra because it's like the reason why it got legalized is so they can tax it, you know, so it makes revenue for the government, whatever. Um, so it's like, and because we in the United States don't calculate our taxes before because it makes it look cheaper. Um, we're just suddenly saddled with taxes, and normally with normal everyday things, it's like the taxes don't add that much. Um, especially like groceries and stuff. Taxes don't usually add that much. But in a dispensary, it's like the taxes are like 30%, I think. Like altogether, I think it's like 30%. I think it's a little lower than 30, but like nowadays, what I do is that I take the price and I just like multiply it by 30% or add 30%, whatever the calculation is. Um, and that's like what you're gonna be paying in store. Um, but I didn't know this at the time, or I just didn't really understand it at the time. And the total came up, and I was literally $1 short. And like you have to pay in cash, um, because like especially back then you couldn't even use a card. Now you can, but they charge a fee. back then you couldn't even use your card. You had to pay in cash. And like I was $1 short. I didn't want to go to the eight. Like I don't even think you can take $1 out of an ATM. And even if you can, the like $3 something fee, like it would be totally not worth it. And like I just kind of stood there, like deliberating, like, do I remove something? Like, how do I fix this? But then the cashier, they just took $1 out of their wallet, and like they didn't have to. Of course, it made the company more money because I would have to like remove a whole item. But I don't think they were thinking about that, to be honest. I think they were just thinking like, man, like it does suck to like uh not be able to like you think you can buy everything and then you're like $1 short. And like technically I had another dollar, but like I needed it to pay for the bus fare to go home. Like if I spent that dollar, I would have to walk home and that would take hours. So it's like I can't spend this dollar. But luckily that cashier saved the day and I I don't tip. Um but at that dispensary I do tip because they're cool. And I've never had a bad experience. I've only had good experiences with their staff there. Um so it's like, yeah, I'll give them a little tip. I don't like tipping culture, especially at restaurants. But for this, I just tip $1. It's not that much, but it's like it's kind of symbolic of the dollar that was given to me in a sense. Um, and it's like not that big of a sacrifice. Um, but nowadays I just do the online order, so like the app usually calculates how much it's supposed to be, so I don't have to guess anymore. And also like the last few times I've literally just been buying the same thing because I like found something that's like works for me. Um, like before I was just kind of like buying whatever, just like saying like I don't have a favorite anymore. And now I have like I wouldn't call it a favorite, but it's like it works for what I'm doing in specifically, and it works very well. It's the most efficient that I've found, so that's why I buy it. Um, so it's like I already know how much it costs now. It does kind of fluctuate. Like it went cheaper. My mouse on the screen. How amateur. How long has that been there for? um, um, shoot. Hold on. Intermission. Sorry, I have to see that. Um, but yeah, doctor and weed was the only things that got me out of my house. Um, and I live like near a convenience store. So sometimes I would go there for like snacks or like drinks or like whatever. Um, like if I needed a new lighter or something, wraps. Um, I would usually just go in boy mode because it was just easier. I I still do actually. Unless I'm already like dressed femme and like wearing makeup and stuff. Um, I will just like, cause it's just easier. I just like put on a hoodie and like a, a beanie and I tie my hair back. Um, you know, I just like wear like really baggy clothes and I just kind of, don't really talk much. I don't really talk much in public anyways. Um, but more recently, like the past few months, I guess, um, I've actually been like going outside for longer, like stationary kind of times. Like, a few months ago, I talked with my mom and we agreed that um we were gonna go uh gonna go thrift store shopping because especially because I still need to buy more like femme clothes because I'm still like rebuilding my entire wardrobe. That's another like compounding like there's so much to do. Like part of it is like build an entire wardrobe from almost scratch. I did get a few things that my mom couldn't fit anymore. So I got those. So that was cool. Some of my favorite things were given to me from my mom. Some of my makeup too. Um, but we decided to go thrift store shopping and we well I picked a specific area of my city that's like known for being queer friendly, at least generally. It's kind of like a hipstery part of town. Um, so we like this is this is the first time I was like I dressed femme and like presented femme with like makeup with someone else. Um, and first time that like I was like actually in public and not just like going from like from point A to point B back to point A. I was like actually kind of like living in it, not living, but being in a place. So we ate at like this like smoothie place. It was interesting. And then we went thrift store shopping. I bought like a few things. We agreed that since it was kind of in like a uh more rich part of town, the thrift stores. Sorry, I had to scratch. Uh, the thrift stores probably wouldn't be as good of a deal as like where she usually likes to shop. Um, in like our parts of town that aren't so much money. Um, but we agreed that in exchange of like shopping in a place that I feel safe. I won't pick too many things. Cause she was paying for it. Cause she's my mom and she loves me, and she wanted to uh do this event thing, do this thing with me. I guess is a thing, an outing. Um, but then we went to like a few thrift stores actually, but I bought a few things. I really wanted to buy like summer clothes because it's like it's spring-ish, gonna be summer soon. But I bought more winter clothes because I just love winter clothes. I love like outerwear, to be honest. Like before, it was like low key like this foil hood.